Well, and I think, I love what you just said there, Robin. And I think what you're speaking to, the word that I would use for that is interdependence. And so, because of how much friction there has been, friction isn't something that we need to eliminate. It's actually something we need to navigate. And whether you can move through these massive changes productively or whether it breaks your system depends entirely on whether those five belonging indicators are in place. Because when friction is introduced, conflict, difference, hard conversations, unexpected challenges,
Hmm.
people respond in four ways. We know these four ways. They walk away, exclude, or what we call flight. They defend, combat, or fight, or they double down.
Double down. I love that.
Right? They go
Have you
along,
seen the
but
mic drop yet?
yeah, they go along, but they disengage, or they quietly opt out. That's freezing. They
Hmm.
shut down, they internalize, they faint, they get sick, they burn out. So it's not that I'm shedding any sort of rocket science on this. What I'm providing you is really five indicators to help you move through that friction. Because think of it like this: comfort creates ease to friction, connection builds trust through friction, contribution moves you through friction, psychological safety protects you through friction, and well being is what renews you through friction. So interdependence is necessary. And I would say start with the five basic things that are super inconvenient: coordinate
Hmm.
time, navigate difference, make costly commitments where you're overriding your personal convenience and you're actually showing up for others, um, work really hard on conflict repair, and you have to need others and be needed, which means you can't control everything on your own. And all of that is inconvenient. But all of that inconvenience is what builds the brain and nervous structure or nervous system, for the infrastructure of belonging.
Yeah. You know what, Andrea? For the sake of time, there were so many topics I wanted to cover with you, but I wasn't able to. I was really interested. Maybe you can send me some more information. We'll include them in the final post. What would your opinion on belonging culture in a distributed environment, in a remote working environment? How does, working from an office create certain atmosphere, but working from remotely behind a screen create a different environment altogether? And the second thing is, in Canada currently, there's about 700,000 gig workers. They don't belong to anybody. With in terms of being a part of a physical part of a company, they work independently. They go in and out of companies. So I'm assuming there was also a category of the working population that we probably could have talked about, but unfortunately, for the sake of time, we weren't able to address. I hope that you can come back to the channel and maybe we'll have a more exploratory conversation on this one too, by the way.
Yeah, I'd love to.
And for the
Absolutely.
audience, I just want to thank Andrew. Andrew, any last comments, any last thoughts before we close?
Well, what I would say is that if you're wondering if you're good at belonging, if you're wondering if you might be part of the problem, or if maybe there's an inkling where you're looking at, where is my belonging potentially breaking down, without having to do a whole survey and all of those things, there is a belonging breakdown tool that I would highly suggest that you use. So if you're leading or you're working in a global team, it's literally a 5-minute diagnostic tool. This is not anything like high science, but it certainly will give you, across those five indicators, it'll show you where your immediate gaps are and where you can actually start adjusting and regulating yourself. Go and grab that for yourself. It's at belongingfirst.com/belonging breakdown, and start there. And then join me on LinkedIn, Andrea
Absolutely.
D. Carter. Follow me there because that's essentially where a lot of my work is posted right now.